Welcome to the Soul Ascendancy channel, and thank you for being here today. This is a space where we explore deep truths, spiritual awakenings, and personal transformations. If you've ever felt like something within you is calling you to something greater, or you're experiencing a shift that you can't fully explain, you're in the right place. Today's video is going to dive into a topic that resonates deeply with those of you who feel called to something higher. We are going to talk about what happens when you awaken to your true identity, when you come into the realization that you are one of the chosen ones. This awakening is not an easy journey, but it is one that will lead you to uncover truths about yourself that you never even knew were hidden inside you. So before we dive in, I want to ask you to leave a comment below with the word break, to let me know that you're ready to break free from the old and step into a new, more authentic version of yourself. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time to do so you don't miss out on more content that can guide you through this incredible process. As you walk this path of awakening, you may begin to recognize the deep parallels between the journey you're on and the wisdom found in ancient teachings, including the Bible. In many ways, the path of the chosen one reflects the call to a higher purpose, much like the calling of those chosen in the scriptures. The Bible speaks of those who are set apart, who are called not for their own glory but for the service of others, to fulfill a divine purpose that transcends the material world. In the book of Jeremiah, God tells us, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew." Jeremiah 5, reminding us that our purpose is divinely ordained, even before our birth. The struggles and challenges you face are not mere coincidences, but divine opportunities for growth and transformation, just as the trials of biblical figures were used to shape them into instruments of God's will. As you begin to understand the deeper interconnections of life, you may feel the quiet call to serve others in a way that transcends personal recognition. Much like Christ washing the feet of his disciples, this path, though challenging, is rooted in love, compassion, and a profound sense of service, where your actions become a reflection of a higher purpose and a greater calling. Imagine waking up one day, feeling a sense of knowing deep inside, but unable to understand exactly what it is. You look around and everything seems the same. The world is still moving, the clock is ticking, and your coffee tastes just as bitter as it always has. But there's something different. A shift has happened, and you can feel it in your soul. It's as if someone handed you a key, but this key isn't for your house or your car. No, this key is for something much bigger. It's the key to unlocking who you truly are. You've cracked open the door to your true self, and what you find there is both exhilarating and overwhelming. This isn't some peaceful spiritual awakening like you might expect. It's not like the movies where everything feels calm and harmonious. Instead, it's like being jolted awake by an electric shock, shaking you out of your comfortable existence and forcing you to question everything you once believed. Being a chosen one sounds like something out of a fantasy, doesn't it? It sounds glamorous, like winning a cosmic lottery, one you never even played. But the reality of awakening to your true identity is far more complex and challenging than anyone could explain. There's no dramatic music or slow-motion scenes of enlightenment. The awakening is raw, real, and sometimes even terrifying. Some of you may experience it as a gentle whisper from the universe, a soft push toward greater understanding. But for others, it's as though you've been tossed off a cliff, with the expectation that you'll learn to fly on the way down. And the most significant part of it all, there's no turning back to your old life. You can't go back to the way things were, even if you wanted to. The moment you begin to question everything you thought you knew about yourself, you're on a path that will challenge you in ways you never imagined. For many chosen ones, this awakening is marked by an inner storm of emotions. It's not the calm, peaceful process some might imagine. Instead, it feels like an emotional hurricane, stirring up anger, confusion, fear, and maybe even a sense of betrayal. Your own mind has been hiding things from you, and now you're forced to confront it all. Suddenly, everything you thought was stable starts to crack open, and you're left questioning not just who you are, but why you're here and what your true purpose is. This turmoil is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a sign that you are beginning to shed your old self, your old beliefs and conditioning, making space for the person you were always meant to become. As uncomfortable as it may be, this is a necessary step in your transformation, a painful but necessary detox for your soul. In this moment of inner conflict, something beautiful begins to take place. Every doubt, every fear, every emotion you experience is helping you peel away the layers of your old self. It's like walking through fire, feeling the burn, but coming out on the other side lighter, clearer, and more aligned with your true essence. The chaos you feel is not a breakdown. It's a breakthrough. It's only through this intense inner struggle that you can begin to discover who you truly are. And trust me, this path is not for the faint of heart. It's not for those who are expecting enlightenment to come easily or with an instruction manual. It's raw, it's real, and it's completely transformative. As you continue to awaken, the truth about who you are and what the world is truly made of will become unavoidable. For many of you, this means confronting uncomfortable truths. You will see the world and yourself in a completely new light. Everything you once accepted as normal will begin to look different. It's as though a veil has been lifted, revealing the machinery that drives the world. You'll see how much of your life has been shaped by external forces, society's expectations, other people's desires, and even your own fears. This is a difficult realization because it forces you to come face to face with the parts of yourself that you might not have wanted to acknowledge. But with every truth revealed, you are given an opportunity to shed those parts of yourself that no longer serve you. This isn't about self-improvement or superficial change. It's about uncovering the real, authentic you, the version of yourself that's been buried under layers of illusion for far too long. Along with the revelations about yourself, you'll begin to see the world around you differently as well. Everyday interactions will take on new meaning, and you may begin to notice power dynamics and hidden motivations in ways you never did before. People's words may no longer be enough, as your intuition begins to pick up on what they're really trying to say, even when they don't say it out loud. You'll see the world for what it truly is, and this can be both enlightening and disorienting. It can leave you feeling isolated and misunderstood, as you come to realize how deeply you may have been entangled in situations, relationships, and belief systems that weren't aligned with your true path. But these uncomfortable truths are part of your journey. They are the key to your personal growth, your awakening. They push you to redefine who you are and what you stand for, setting you on a path that feels truer and more aligned with your soul's purpose than ever before. As your awakening deepens, you may also begin to feel a deep sense of loneliness. This loneliness is not just physical, though. It's an emotional and spiritual loneliness. You may still be surrounded by friends and family, but you'll begin to feel that these connections no longer match the depth of what you were experiencing. Conversations may feel shallow, and relationships may begin to lose their meaning. You may wonder why you no longer feel connected to the people around you, and it can be a deeply unsettling feeling. This loneliness is not about missing people or social interactions. It's a loneliness that comes from realizing that you are no longer on the same wavelength as the people you once knew. You're experiencing a shift, and it can feel like living in two worlds at once, one foot in the familiar and one foot in the unknown. But even within this loneliness, there is strength. It's through this isolation that you will learn to cultivate a relationship with yourself. You'll no longer rely on external validation or the need to fit in with the crowd. You'll begin to find comfort in your own company, in your own thoughts, and in your own soul's journey. This phase may feel challenging, but it's a necessary part of your awakening. It's preparing you to form deeper, more authentic connections in the future, ones that are based on mutual understanding and shared experiences rather than convenience or habit. As you continue to awaken, you may begin to notice something strange happening. The things that once brought you joy, the small comforts of life like chatting with friends, watching your favorite shows, or engaging in old hobbies, begin to feel hollow. They no longer bring the same fulfillment they once did. It's not that you dislike these things, but they simply don't resonate with you anymore. This loss of interest in the mundane pleasures of life is one of the hallmarks of awakening. It's not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a sign that your soul is craving something deeper, something more meaningful. The distractions that once filled your time and gave you joy no longer serve you because they no longer match the new level of awareness you've reached. This is a difficult transition. It can make the world feel dull and gray as you try to reconnect with the things that once brought you happiness, only to find that they no longer do. You may wonder why everything feels so empty and question whether something is wrong with you. But trust me, There's nothing wrong with you. This is simply a sign that you are evolving, and your soul is calling you towards something deeper. You're being asked to look beyond the surface of things, and to seek fulfillment in new ways, through purpose, through creative expression, through meaningful relationships, and through service to others. At this point, you may start to notice that your intuition is becoming sharper, more accurate. You're beginning to sense things that you didn't before, things that people are hiding or things that are not being said. This heightened intuition is both a gift and a burden. It's a gift because it allows you to see the truth in ways others cannot. It's a burden because it forces you to confront things that others might try to hide. Your intuition will reveal truths about people, situations, and even yourself that you can no longer ignore. This new awareness can make social interactions awkward at times, and it can be difficult to relate to people who are still living in the illusions you've begun to see through. But trust that your intuition is guiding you, and trust that it will lead you to the people and places. This newfound awareness can also lead you to question your purpose in life. You'll start to wonder why you're here, what you were truly meant to do, and how you can contribute to the greater good. So, it can feel overwhelming at times, especially if you've spent much of your life following the path that others laid out for you. But don't worry, this is all part of the process. The questions you're asking now are the ones that will lead you to your true path. It's through this search for purpose that you'll begin to discover your soul's calling. And it's through this calling that you'll start to see the impact you're meant to have on the world. As you awaken, you'll understand that your purpose isn't something you find externally. It's something you discover within. And the journey of discovery is one of the most profound and rewarding experiences you can ever have. Now take a deep breath. You've come so far already, and there's so much more to uncover. As you continue this journey, remember that it's okay to feel unsure, confused, and even lost at times. These feelings are part of your transformation. Just like a butterfly must go through the struggle of breaking free from its cocoon, you too must go through this transformation to emerge stronger and more aligned with your true purpose. Trust yourself, trust the process, and know that every challenge you face is leading you to a more authentic and powerful version of yourself. As you continue to navigate your journey of awakening, the world around you begins to take on a new dimension. You may find that the veil between what you once thought was real and what is truly possible starts to thin. Suddenly, you are seeing beyond the ordinary, tapping into a reality that was always there, just hidden beneath the surface. These moments come unexpectedly, but they arrive with such intensity that they cannot be ignored. They manifest in flashes of insight, vivid dreams, and visions that seem to offer glimpses into something much larger than yourself. Each of these experiences carries an energy, an urgency, that demands your attention. Or they are more than just stray thoughts. They are whispers from your higher self, guiding you toward a deeper understanding of your purpose. It's not uncommon for these visions to be difficult to interpret. Sometimes they appear as symbols, messages, or scenarios that feel disconnected from your current life. You may dream of places you've never been, or see events unfold in your mind's eye that don't seem to make sense at first. But they feel undeniably real, like a piece of a puzzle that you can't quite put together yet. And as unsettling as they may be, these glimpses of another layer of reality are not meant to confuse you. They are meant to guide you. They are here to show you paths that lead to your highest potential, to illuminate areas of your life that need attention, or to reveal aspects of yourself that have been hidden away, waiting to be acknowledged. As you begin to trust these visions, you will notice that they hold powerful messages. Some will show you the beauty and purpose that awaits you, a life filled with fulfillment and meaning. Other times, you may face darker images, obstacles, or challenges that you must overcome in order to continue your path of growth. These moments, while difficult, are essential to your evolution. They push you to confront your fears, to embrace the unknown, and to move forward with courage, even when the road ahead is shrouded in mystery. Living with these insights isn't always easy. You can't talk about them with just anyone. Most people won't understand, and some may dismiss them as mere fantasy. But for you, these experiences feel real, and they are real. They are the threads of connection to something greater than yourself, a higher intelligence that is working with you, not against you. As you learn to trust these messages, they become a form of guidance, offering direction when the path ahead seems unclear. They are signposts, marking the way forward, reminding you that even in times of uncertainty, you are not lost. You are being led, even if you can't always see the full picture. This deeper connection to the unseen world can also bring with it a heightened sense of empathy. As a chosen one, you may find yourself becoming more attuned to the emotions and struggles of those around you. It's not just that you feel sorry for others. It's as if their emotions become your own. You can sense their pain, their joy, their hopes and fears, and it can be overwhelming at times. You may feel drained by the weight of these emotions, as if you're absorbing everything around you like a sponge. Being in a crowded room, or even hearing someone's story, can leave you feeling exhausted, especially if you haven't yet learned how to protect your energy. This level of empathy is not a curse, though it may feel that way at times. It is a gift that allows you to truly connect with others, to understand them in ways that most people cannot. You become a source of comfort and healing, offering support that is genuine and deeply compassionate. Yet, as beautiful as this gift is, it can also be challenging. The emotional weight can become too much to carry, and you may find yourself needing more time alone to recharge, to shed the emotional burdens you've picked up from others. Over time, you will learn to balance this empathy, to use it as a force for good without allowing it to consume you. You will discover how to protect your energy, how to discern when it is time to open up and when it is time to step. This balance is crucial to maintaining your emotional well-being, while still being a beacon of support for others. As you embrace your empathy, you will come to see it as one of your greatest strengths, a gift that enables you to connect with the world in profound and meaningful ways. As your awakening deepens, you may also begin to notice something unexpected. The emergence of enemies, or at least people in your life who seem to be against you, though you can't understand why. This is often one of the most difficult parts of the journey, as it can come from people you once considered friends or trusted family members. These individuals may become antagonistic or distant, and their behaviors may seem unexplainable. It can feel like betrayal, especially when you've done nothing to provoke it. But here's the thing. This resistance is not about you. It's about them. When someone else sees you breaking free from limitations, seeking truth, and pursuing a path that aligns with your soul's purpose, it can trigger something in them. A discomfort with their own lack of fulfillment, their own fears, or their own insecurities. Instead of confronting these feelings within themselves, they project them onto you. They try to hold you back, to make you feel small, or to undermine your progress. It is a reflection of their own unhealed wounds, not a reflection of your worth. Recognizing this is liberating. It helps you to stop taking their negativity personally. You begin to see that the people who try to hold you back are not aligned with your growth, and that you may need to distance yourself from them in order to continue moving forward. This can be painful, but it is an essential part of your journey. As you set boundaries with those who do not support you, you free yourself to embrace the people and situations that will encourage your evolution. You realize that your path is not about pleasing others. It's about staying true to yourself, to your soul's calling, and to the truth of who you are becoming. Another significant shift that occurs as you awaken is a profound disconnection from the life you once thought you were meant to live. This can be disorienting and unsettling. You may find that the career you once dreamed of now feels suffocating, or that the relationships that once brought you joy now feel draining. The goals you set for yourself no longer resonate with your evolving sense of purpose. It's as if the life you've built is no longer aligned with your authentic self, and this realization can be both liberating and frightening. The pull toward your true path becomes undeniable, but it requires courage. It often means letting go of the familiar, of the security, the expectations, and the routines that have shaped your life up until now. It means choosing the road less traveled, the path that is uncertain and filled with risk, but also rich with the promise of alignment with your true self. This is not an easy choice, but it is the necessary one if you are to live a life of fulfillment and meaning. You may fear judgment, failure, or financial instability, but the truth is that true fulfillment cannot be found in the life you once thought was destined for you. It is found in the leap into the unknown, in embracing uncertainty, and in carving out a new identity that reflects the deepest truth of who you are. This is the path of self-discovery, the path of authenticity, and the path that will lead you to a life that is uniquely yours. So as you continue on this journey, remember that it is okay to feel unsure, to feel fear, and to question everything. These are all part of the process. You are not alone. Every step you take, even the ones that seem uncertain, is leading you to the life you were always meant to live. Trust yourself. Trust the process, and know that each challenge you face is bringing you closer to the person you are becoming. If this message resonates with you, leave a comment below with the word break and subscribe to Soul Ascendancy for more content that supports your journey. You are not alone. Keep going. Your awakening is unfolding beautifully. As you continue on this journey of awakening, you'll likely begin to notice that everything you once knew about time, reality, and the world around you starts to shift. The dreams, the flashes of insight, the unspoken feelings, it all becomes more vivid and undeniable. You start to realize that what you once thought were coincidences are actually guiding forces, showing you the deeper truths that were always within you. These truths may not be easy to accept or understand at first, but over time, you will begin to see the wisdom in them, realizing that each step, each challenge, each shift in perception is part of the intricate design of your life. The path of the chosen one is not without its challenges. As you awaken, you'll find that your relationships, your career, and even your sense of self may begin to shift. You may feel as though you're walking away from things you once thought were important. Jobs, friendships, even long-held beliefs. And this process can be deeply unsettling. You might find yourself at a crossroads, unsure of whether to cling to what's familiar or step into the unknown, trusting that it will lead you to your truest self. It's a process of shedding old skins, releasing the layers that no longer serve you, and embracing a future that feels uncertain yet filled with possibility. But it's not just about what you're leaving behind. It's about what you're moving toward. As chosen ones, you are being called to serve. There's an undeniable pull within you to help others, not for recognition or reward, but because it's who you are at your core. You're starting to see that the smallest acts of kindness, the quiet moments of support, and the ability to be there for someone else are what truly matter. The validation you once sought through accolades, social media likes, or external recognition begins to fade into the background, replaced by a deeper sense of fulfillment that comes from simply being in service to others. This transformation is both freeing and grounding, for in serving others, you are truly serving yourself. You'll notice a shift in how you perceive past failures as well. What once felt like setbacks, disappointments, or signs of inadequacy will begin to take on new meaning. You'll start to see these moments not as failures, but as sacred teachings that have helped shape you into who you are today. The failed business venture, the relationships that didn't work out, the missed opportunities, they are all part of the puzzle that has led you to this point. Each lesson learned, each wound healed, and each failure embraced is a stepping stone that has prepared you for the journey ahead. You'll learn to view challenges not as obstacles, but as gifts. Lessons that strengthen your resilience and wisdom, guiding you toward your true purpose. As you embrace this new way of seeing the world, you'll also begin to notice that your perception of time and reality itself begins to shift. Time may feel both expansive and contracted, depending on where you are in your journey. Some moments will feel like they last forever, rich with meaning and insight, while others will slip by in the blink of an eye. The days that once seemed monotonous now hold deep significance, and the busy hours filled with tasks and obligations seem to vanish before you fully experience them. You may find that you're living in two realities at once, one where time follows its usual rules, and another where time is fluid, shifting, and interconnected with the deeper aspects of your being. This altered sense of reality can be both exhilarating and disorienting. On one hand, it offers a sense of freedom, allowing you to experience life more fully, without being bound by the rigid structure of deadlines and routines. On the other hand, it can create feelings of isolation, as those around you may not share your heightened awareness or your shifting perspective on time. You may feel as though you're walking a different path, seeing the world in ways that others simply cannot understand. But this, too, is part of the process of awakening. You are learning to navigate these shifts with grace, understanding that the perception of time is an illusion, and that the true meaning of life lies not in the ticking of the clock, but in the moments of deep connection, insight, and service that you create. As you continue to embrace your awakening, you will also begin to notice how your relationships with others begin to shift. Some people in your life may begin to react negatively to your transformation. This could be in the form of distant behavior, criticism, or outright opposition. The people you once relied on for support may now seem uncomfortable with your changes, and this can be confusing and painful. You might find yourself questioning whether something is wrong with you, but in reality, this backlash is not about you. It's about the discomfort of those around you. As you step into your power, you will inevitably make others face their own fears, insecurities, and limitations, and instead of embracing this change, they may resist it. This resistance can be subtle or overt, but it's important to remember that it's not your responsibility to change others. Your path is your own, and while you may feel empathy for those who don't understand, you must learn to discern when to protect your energy and when to engage. This is where the power of boundaries becomes essential. You are learning to navigate relationships in a new way, understanding that not everyone will be on the same path as you, and that's okay. Your growth is yours alone to nurture, and as you move forward, you will find that the right people will be drawn to you. Those who support, encourage, and celebrate your transformation. There will be moments when you feel like you're standing on the edge, looking into the abyss of uncertainty. But in those moments, remember that this is exactly where you're meant to be. The road ahead may not be clear, and the path may be fraught with challenges, but it is in the uncertainty that you will discover your true self. The journey of awakening is not a straight line. It's a winding road, filled with twists, turns, but each step, no matter how difficult, is leading you closer to the person you are meant to become. And as you walk this path, you will come to realize that your life is no longer about achieving external success or receiving praise. It's about aligning with your true purpose, embracing your unique gifts, and living in service to others. The more you embrace this truth, the more you will find that life becomes richer, more meaningful, and so, if you resonate with this message, if you feel called to continue on your journey of awakening, I invite you to comment break below. Let's acknowledge the power of breaking free from old patterns and stepping into our true selves. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to Soul Ascendancy for more content that will guide you through this transformational journey. Together, we are rising. Together, we are awakening. As you continue this journey of awakening, you will likely face moments of uncertainty, moments when the weight of the world seems to press down on you. And yet in those very moments, you will find the deep reservoirs of strength within you that were always there, simply waiting for you to tap into them, to trust in your own resilience, and to understand that each challenge you face is not a punishment, but an opportunity to evolve. You will learn, as many before you have, that transformation is not always comfortable. Sometimes, it feels like an intense setting, a painful letting go of parts of yourself that no longer serve you. It is in this release that you will find the freedom to step into who you truly are. The road ahead may seem unclear, and the steps you must take may appear daunting. But you must remember, as a chosen one, you are not walking this path alone. The universe has placed you here with purpose, and even when the way seems uncertain, the universe is always conspiring in your favor. The lessons that come to you, whether through hardship or through quiet moments of insight, are all signs that you are moving in the right direction. Each twist and turn is leading you toward your true purpose. This journey is not about achieving external success in the way the world defines it, but about connecting with your inner truth, aligning with your soul's mission, and serving others in ways that bring deep fulfillment. Throughout this process, you will also come to understand the immense power that resides in your vulnerability. As a chosen one, you are not meant to hide from your scars, your struggles, or your pain. Instead, you are meant to embrace them, to use them as sources of wisdom and compassion. There is a profound healing in embracing our own brokenness, because it is through this acceptance that we are able to heal not just ourselves but others as well. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you open the door for others to do the same. In this shared vulnerability, you will find connection, you will find understanding, and you will find that you are never truly alone. Your journey is a process of coming home to yourself. It is a process of shedding the identities that were imposed upon you by society, by your family, and by your own fears, and stepping into the truth of who you were always meant to be. It is a journey that requires courage. The courage to face yourself honestly, the courage to confront the parts of you that you've kept hidden, and the courage to move forward even when the path is not clearly defined. This courage is not something that can be cultivated overnight, but it is a quiet strength that grows with each decision to act in alignment with your truth. You will find that as you continue on this path, you will become more attuned to the subtle signs and synchronicities that are constantly guiding you. These signs may come in the form of a chance encounter, a dream, or an unexpected insight that seems to come from nowhere. These moments are not random. They are the universe's way of confirming that you are on the right path. They are reminders that you are not separate from the greater whole, but an integral part of it. You are being guided, supported, and loved every step of the way, even when you cannot yet see the full picture. This realization that everything is interconnected and that your journey is part of a larger plan can bring a profound sense of peace. You will begin to see that the struggles and challenges you have faced in the past were not random, but were stepping stones that prepared you for this very moment. Everything that has happened in your life, every hardship, every success, every failure, has led you to this point of awakening. The person you are becoming is the result of all of it, and you are stepping into the fullness of your potential. As you embrace this awakening, you will also begin to notice a shift in your relationships with others. The people who are meant to walk with you on this path will start to appear, and those who no longer serve your highest good may begin to fade away. This is not a loss, but rather an invitation to step into deeper, more meaningful connections. It is natural for relationships to evolve as you do, and while some may fall away, others will grow stronger. You will find that the people who truly resonate with your journey will be there to support you, and together, you will create a community of like-minded individuals who share your values, your purpose, and your mission. The relationships you develop along this journey will evolve into connections that go far beyond surface-level interactions or dependency on external validation. These bonds will be rooted in authenticity, meaning that each person you allow into your life will contribute to and support your true self, rather than the version of yourself shaped by societal expectations or the opinions of others. When you cultivate relationships built on sincerity, you create a foundation where both individuals can be fully seen for who they are, without pretense or fear of judgment. This creates a space where mutual respect thrives, as each person values and honors the other's unique qualities, boundaries, and perspectives, rather than relying on the approval or praise of others to feel validated. These relationships will focus on shared growth. You and the people around you will be committed to evolving together, understanding that personal development is a lifelong process that requires effort, patience, and dedication. It is not about competing with one another, but rather about helping each other rise to greater heights by offering support, encouragement, and honest feedback when needed. This mutual commitment to growth fosters an environment of trust, where vulnerability can be embraced, and where people feel safe to share their dreams, struggles, and aspirations. Through these genuine connections, you will surround yourself with individuals who inspire you to be your best self. These are the people who will motivate you to push past your limitations, help you see beyond your own blind spots, and encourage you to take risks that align with your authentic desires. They will challenge you to break free from old habits or negative thought patterns that no longer serve your purpose, pushing you toward greater self-awareness and achievement. These relationships will not only support you in moments of strength, but will also offer comfort and guidance when you find yourself questioning your path or facing setbacks. As these connections deepen, they will become more than just friendships or partnerships. They will be your support system in its purest form. You will lean on one another in times of need, share in each other's joys and victories, and work collectively toward creating a positive impact in the world. This sense of belonging will provide a sanctuary, a space where you feel understood, loved, and accepted. In return, these relationships will also be a source of inspiration, as each individual brings their unique wisdom and experiences to the table, enriching your life in ways you never imagined. At the same time, you will begin to release the need for external validation. As a chosen one, you are not here to conform to the world's expectations or to gain approval from others. You are here to follow your own path, to honor your own truth, and to serve in ways that are in alignment with your soul's purpose. The need for recognition or applause will fade, replaced by a deeper sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing you are living authentically. You will realize that true success is not measured by external achievements, but by the impact you have on others and the world around you. It is the quiet, unseen acts of service that will bring you the greatest joy and satisfaction. As you continue to walk this path, your perception of the world around you will gradually transform. The way you see life will no longer be limited to a narrow, linear view, but will expand into a broader understanding of the intricate web that connects all things. The veil that once obscured your awareness of the interconnectedness of everything will lift, revealing the profound and subtle energies that flow through every interaction, every encounter, and every experience. You will begin to notice how every word spoken, every glance exchanged, and every action taken is not just an isolated event, but part of a larger, intricate dance that unites all beings, all events, and all experiences. This shift in perception will awaken a deeper sense of wonder and appreciation for the world around you. What once seemed like mundane moments will now feel charged with meaning and significance. You will recognize the beauty in the smallest details, whether it's the sound of the wind rustling through the trees, the smile of a stranger, or the way the sun sets on the horizon. Life will no longer feel like a series of disconnected events, but rather like a grand, unfolding masterpiece where every piece plays an essential role in the larger picture. As you begin to tune into these energies and see the deeper connections, you will notice that life becomes more vibrant, more alive with possibility. The barriers between you and others will begin to dissolve, and you will feel a sense of unity with all of creation. The separation you once felt from the world, from other people, and even from yourself will fade, and you will experience an overwhelming sense of oneness. This newfound awareness will ignite a sense of purpose within you, as you realize that every moment is an opportunity to align more fully with your true essence, your higher self. Living with this heightened awareness will encourage you to embrace life with intention. You will no longer move through the world on autopilot, merely reacting to circumstances. Instead, you will consciously choose to engage with life, to respond with mindfulness, and to take actions that align with your deepest values and desires. Each step you take will be guided by a sense of purpose, knowing that you are contributing to the greater good of humanity and the planet. Your actions will no longer be driven by fear, competition, or the need for validation, but by a desire to be in service to something greater than yourself, to contribute to the collective awakening of humanity. You will begin to see every challenge, every obstacle, and every joy as part of this grand design, a stepping stone that brings you closer to fulfilling your purpose. The realization that every moment is sacred will inspire you to live more fully, to embrace the present with gratitude, and to make choices that reflect your highest potential. No longer will you view your life as a series of isolated events. Instead, you will understand that each moment, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is an opportunity to live with purpose, to contribute to the collective healing, and to align with the energy of the universe. This awareness will open up infinite possibilities, and you will begin to see that the universe is constantly conspiring in your favor, guiding you toward your true calling. The more you awaken to this interconnectedness, the more you will feel empowered to step into your role as a force for positive change in the world. This shift in perception is not something that happens overnight. It is a gradual unfolding, a deepening of your awareness as you continue to awaken to the truth of who you are. And as you embrace this process, you will begin to notice that the world around you begins to reflect this transformation. The people you encounter will sense the shift in your energy, and you will attract opportunities that align with your purpose. You will begin to see that the universe has been conspiring to bring you everything you need to fulfill your mission. The more you align with your truth, the more the universe will support you. As a chosen one, you are here to bring light into the world. You are here to awaken others to their own truth, to help them remember who they truly are, and to guide them on their own journey of transformation. This is a sacred responsibility, and one that you carry with grace and humility. You are not here to lead from a place of ego, but from a place of service. You are here to uplift, to inspire, and to guide others back to their own divine essence. In conclusion, the path of the chosen one is a journey of deep transformation, self-discovery, and service. It is not an easy path, but it is one that is filled with profound rewards. As you awaken to your true self, you will find that life becomes richer, more meaningful, and more fulfilling. You will step into your power, embrace your purpose, and serve others in ways that bring you true joy. And as you continue on this path, you will inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of awakening and transformation that will touch the lives of many. If you resonate with this message, if you feel the call to awaken to your true self and embrace your purpose, I invite you to comment break below. Let's acknowledge the power of breaking free from old patterns and stepping into our true selves. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to Soul Ascendancy for more content that will guide you through this transformational journey. Together, we are rising. Together, we are awakening.